Hello everyone, this is for Monday, May 5th, and a few minutes ago we said the joyful mysteries, and since we reflect on the joyful mysteries during Mondays, I thought we would cover what to meditate on, and we already did a video on the first joyful mystery, the Annunciation, and the third joyful mystery, the Nativity. So now we're going to go back to the second, and we'll see what we can think about as we're saying that particular decade of the Rosary. And I'm going to read from my Rosary booklet here because I think it covers it very well, and it'll give us a great introduction to the second joyful mystery, the Visitation. In this mystery, we recall the visit which our Blessed Mother made to her cousin Saint Elizabeth. Mary had learned from the angel that God had granted the favor for which Elizabeth had been praying for a long time, and she wanted to tell Elizabeth how glad she was that her perseverance in prayer had been rewarded. Mary also wanted to tell her cousin about the angel Gabriel's visit and the wonderful thing that happened because of that visit. We must remember that in those far-off days, a journey meant a certain amount of hardship, especially for the poor who usually had to walk all of the way. The home of Elizabeth was a long distance away, and the country was rather rough and hilly. It was by no means a simple thing for our Blessed Mother to make this visit. However, she really loved her cousin, and real love is proved by the sacrifice we are willing to make for that one we love. Mary made Elizabeth very happy by her visit. Let us always try to imitate the visit of charity and spread happiness wherever we go. So in this mystery, there's a lot of things we can think about. We can think about Mary's selfless love and her desire to help her cousin Elizabeth, even while carrying Jesus. And as the reading said, it couldn't have been a very easy visit. She was carrying the baby Jesus. It was a long way, and she had to walk, all of the way during some, over some hilly areas. So that was a little bit difficult, but yet she did it, and she did it out of charity and service. And we can also think about the joy of Christian fellowship. We can think about the moment of joy shared between Mary and Elizabeth when they did meet, and both of them were filled with faith and filled with the Holy Spirit. And also how the presence of Jesus, the baby Jesus, brought joy. And it said in the Bible that John the Baptist leapt in the womb when Mary was carrying Jesus arrived. We can meditate on how the presence of Jesus in our lives brings us joy. There's some other things we can think about too. We can think about how Mary brought Jesus to Elizabeth, and in some way we're also called to bring Christ to others, and we can do that through our words and how we behave, our actions, and sometimes just by our presence. And the two, Mary and Elizabeth, they certainly encouraged each other in faith, and we can think about how we can encourage others in their spiritual journey. And that's why I'm so happy that for the people that join, we can share in these moments here, sharing the Rosary with one another. So I thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.